The Mayor of Lexington Avenue by James Sheehan. Read by Vincent Marzello. Part 1. Chapter 1. January 1986, Bass Creek, Florida. Lucy liked to fish in the daylight. She enjoyed seeing her prey, but it was even more important that they see her. Focus their eyes on the feast while she set the hook ever so gently. She hooked Rudy the first time she walked into his store in her dungaree short shorts and tight tank top. "Hypnotize them and hook them," she would have told her class if she had taught the sport. Rudy could have been exhibit number 1. He couldn't keep his eyes off her, and he couldn't hide it either. Luckily, there was only one other customer in the store, an old man. Rudy rang up without so much as a glance. Lucy could tell she had him without even looking. "Wait on the line. That's how you do it, ladies. It's all feel. And be patient. Don't yank too quickly or he'll get away. Let him run a little till he's out of breath. Then you've got him. Catch him first. You can always throw him back." Rudy could have done some fishing of his own, if he'd known how. Unlike Lucy, who packed it all into a small, tight body, Rudy was tall, the olive skin of his chiseled face punctuated with fierce brown eyes, and framed by thick, coal-black hair that shone like silk, hair that women dreamed about for themselves. Lucy wasn't the first woman who had tried to hook young Rudy. They came in every night to the convenience store where he worked, every shape and size and age, but Rudy had been oblivious until now. Lucy did that to the men from the barrios wherever she went. This one was on the outskirts of Bass Creek, a small town in the central portion of Florida, just north of Lake Okeechobee. It was populated by Mexicans, Colombians, Indians, Puerto Ricans, mostly pickers, mostly seasonal. They lived in single-wides, or housing provided by the growers, cinder-block shacks with running water. But Rudy didn't live in the barrio. He wasn't seasonal, and he wasn't a picker. He had come to Bass Creek with his mother, Elena Kelly, when he was a boy. They had lived in a run-down motel for a while, until Elena got a job as a maid at the Bass Creek Hotel, the largest hotel in town, located just under the new bridge over the Ocalachi River. Everybody liked the idea of the new bridge when word got around that they were going to build it. The old drawbridge was ugly, slow, and cumbersome, and it caused backups every 15 minutes as it raised and lowered for the steady flow of river traffic. The new bridge would be modern and sleek, and high enough so even the largest sailboats could cruise by unimpeded. The new bridge was supposed to provide local jobs and money. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. Outside contractors were hired for the construction and brought in their own people. Those workers stayed during the week and filled up the hotels. But they were a vile lot, drinking and fighting and abusing the town. Elena, who was probably the prettiest woman in Bass Creek, had to stay hidden behind a locked door after dark. Rudy saw the change in her, but never really understood it. When the bridge was finally completed, the workers left and the cars flew by in one continuous stream. No need to stop any more to let the highway of sailboats pass. No need to pull into this little town to browse or eat, or perhaps spend the night. Bass Creek had been a rest stop on a friendly stream for tourists on their way to Miami or Fort Lauderdale. The old bridge had been the comma that caused those tourists to pause. Now the pause was gone, and the folks of Bass Creek who didn't own orange groves, who survived in the service industries, took the brunt of the loss. Sure, they still had the fishermen, but the fishing on Lake Okeechobee was a far cry from what it had been 15, 20 years ago. Overfishing and pollution had taken their toll on the old lake. Elena had worked hard.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?